GS pay scales and step increases. These are some of the things I thought would have been helpful if I knew at the time when I first started with the federal government. It kind of helped explain how things work on the pay scale and what to look for when you're promoting in between, so you can maximize your earning potential throughout your career. So let's talk with that and go over that real quick. Let's go over the GS pay scale so we understand some basic working knowledge. Within grade increases, also known as WIGGIs, is your promotions between the steps 1 through 10, and the GS grades are graded 1 through 15. So to go from steps 1 through 4, there are 1 year increments in between each steps. So to go from steps 1 to 2 is 1 year, 2 to 3, your second year, 3 to 4 is your third year. So 3 years to make step 4. To go from step 4 to 5, these are 2 year increments. So 4 to 5 is 2 more years, 5 to 6 is 2 more years, and 6 to 7 is 2 more years. From step 7 to 8, you have to wait 3 years to get a within grade increase. So 7 to 8, 3 years, 8 to 9, 3 years, and 9 to 10, another 3 years. So that's why it's very important to understand when to expect these within grade increases and how you can maximize those. There's some little hacks that you should want to know that you want to be able to apply when necessary. And I'll give you some examples. So I'm going to talk about promoting from 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 9 to 11, 12, and 13. This is for a journeyman position that full performance levels at the GS 13. So it would normally take 5 years to promote in this job series if you're being fully successful. So congratulations, you just got hired with the federal government. You're now a GS5 step 1. You just started with the federal government. On your 1 year anniversary or 52 weeks within this GS5 grade, you're eligible to promote to GS7. So what their HR, human resources, and your managers are going to recommend that you promote to the next level. And it's automatic for certain job series, but as long as you're fully successful and not underperforming in that job, you should automatically promote to the next level. And in this case, this example, it's automatically being promoted to GS13. On your 1 year anniversary, 52 weeks, HR is going to look at your 2-step increases. So every time you're jumping between grades, you go 2 steps ahead, and whatever the dollar amount is that's what they look for, or where to place you in the next promotion grade. So in this case, you're promoting from 5 to 7, so you would go 2-step increases, and the base pay for this position is $32,121. So they would look at this dollar amount and look at GS7. In this case, it's under the GS7 step 1, so you would promote to GS7 step 1 on your 1 year anniversary. The same thing again. When after 52 weeks as a GS7, you would promote to GS9. So you would go 2 steps increase to $39,797. And you look at for this dollar amount on the GS9 pay scale. And again, it's under the $45,000. So the employee would get the benefit of the higher grade and step. And in this case, it's $45,627. So let's say this applies again all the way from 11 to 12. And now you're at 13. So you're at the GS12 on your 4th year. You're fully successful. You promote to GS13. They jump 2 steps ahead, and they look at $70,579. Well, again, 13 step 1 exceeds that $70,579, so you would get the benefit. And now you're looking at all these steps to get your maximum years in and promotions. There's 4 different types of performance ratings you can get. Fully successful is meeting the expectations. Excellent and then outstanding are the 2 higher, and then the 1 is underperforming. Every year, depending on your rating, if you're fully successful, you will automatically promote, because that's meeting the expectations of your career and your job series. If you're doing very well, you're in the top 25% of, let's say, your office or your career field, you'll get an excellent rating. Excellent rating is the second highest. And if you're in the top 5% of your job performance, you'll get an outstanding. There's different wording for it depending on the agency, but on a nutshell, those are the 4 types of ratings: underperforming, fully successful, excellent, and outstanding. Every year you have the opportunity, if you meet your expectations, you'll get a cash bonus. Be a time off award, or a combination of both. Well, this is where I want to talk with you about some of the hacks that I learned later on in my career that it would have been beneficial for me to know. Steps 1 through 4, you're going to be promoted each and every time in 1 year to the higher step. So if you're an employee and you're in the early steps of your career, you don't want to waste your performance on things that are not going to be beneficial for you in the long term. And what I'm talking about is what's called a quality step increase. If you perform outstanding and you're in the top 5%, you can either get a bonus, which is a large sum of money, usually $3,000 to $4,000, and possibly a time off award, or you can ask for a QSI. There's times when a QSI is more advantageous than others, and I'll give you an example where it should not be applied in your career progression. QSI is better to receive later on in your steps where you're waiting multiple years in order to receive a step. That's a type of award that keeps on giving. And I'll give an example. When you're at steps 1 through 4 and your manager asks you to either get a cash bonus or a QSI, take the cash. Because again, within 52 weeks, you'll be promoting. And the cash award is something that you can benefit now. It's going to be equal to dollar value of the QSI. In this case, the within grade increase is $2,623. So if your cash award exceeds that, take the cash award. Cash awards and QSIs, you should always take the QSI at a later stage in your career and take the cash when you're within steps 1 through 4. That's a recommendation because it's a wasted opportunity to get a QSI when you're going to automatically promote within 1 year to these particular steps. An example would be, like say, we'll go to step 8. If you're jumping from step 7 to step 8, these are 3-year increments to wait to get a within grade increase. If you perform very well and you get an outstanding within that time, that is a great opportunity to ask for the QSI, because if you get a QSI when you're at step 7, you automatically get a promotion to the next step. You're saving yourself 3 years to get a QSI. And another detriment, just so you understand, whenever people in management give a QSI to an individual, you will not be able to qualify or be eligible again, because they have to be fair and across the board as a manager with all their employees. So you can't expect to get a QSI every single year. If you get one this year, you may have to skip a year or two so other people can get the QSI as a manager that would be fair and impartial to the other employees working there and performing, getting the same types of rating. Cash awards and time off awards are perfectly fine within steps 1 through 4. But when you start from 4 to 5, it's a 2-year increment. So you can get your step in 3 years as a GS13 after 3 years in that grade, and then going from 4 to 5 is a 2-year wait. So you can get your promotion, your step increase, and then the following year get a QSI and promote to step 5. You just shaved off 1 year that you would normally have to wait to jump ahead. And let's see, again, just to give you an example, because you got a QSI now, you'll have to wait 2 more years. After 2 years, you're performing very well. You're exceeding. You're getting excellent performance ratings. You're now promoting to step 6. You will be eligible for another QSI because they're not consecutive back to back. And again, you're going from 6 to 7. You earn another QSI. You just shaved off 1 more year. So going from 5 to 7, it takes 6 years. 4 to 5 is 2 years. 5 to 6 is 2 more years, and 6 to 7 is 2 years. So this is 6 years you would have to wait to promote to 3 steps. But if you get 2 QSIs within those every other year period, you just shaved off 2 years of waiting in order to get a step 7. So basically, you're jumping 2 years ahead to get a higher step. And again, later on in life, when you're at your mid-level to senior career, steps 7 and 8, 9 and 10, those are the ones where you really want to maximize your career and get a QSI or several QSIs. If you can get 2 QSIs between steps 8 and 10, you just shaved off 6 years to maximize your earning potential. And those are the hacks that I wish someone would have explained to me early on, because I had QSIs when I was promoting early on in the developmental job series and grades. And it's no use in getting a QSI when you're 5, 7, and 9, when every year you're going to be jumping grades. So 6 months you get a QSI, boom, you're at 38,554. Great. You got an extra step. You're making an extra $1,500, it looks like. Well, guess what? Now you're going to promote 6 months later to GS9. Guess what? You go 2 grades is 41,030. and you're going to GS9 next, guess what? That $41,000 is still below 45,627. So that QSI was wasted in getting promoted as a GS7 because, again, you're still below the entry level 9-step 1. And it's the same thing. You get another QSI, later on, boom, you go to 47,148. And now you're promoting to GS11. You look at 2 steps ahead, 5190 that your earning potential should be. You go to GS11, you're starting at step 1 at 55,204. So again, another QSI potentially would have been wasted here. So that's why when you're in developing and you're promoting, always take the cash reward when you're in a developmental position. QSIs are great and they keep on giving when you're at the journeyman level of the position which you're applying for.